Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Draco Reaction Vlogs. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn notifications on the channel. And today, I'm doing another stroll in the park video, just like my club is strolling to another loss, and could potentially stroll to another a cup final next week. So today we played Villa, the second to last game away, which is the last away game, and lost again 2-0 again to Villa, but very disappointing team because now we have 21 losses in the league, and that's even worse than 21 Savage criminal record. I think 21 Savage must have taken over this team because we have 21 losses already, and we have one game left to go. We can't even get above 40 points in the game. It's very disappointing that lost today. I thought we may have some chance against Villa, considering we rotated our team again and prepared preparation for the upcoming European Cup final, but we fell short again, and Villa got their win deservedly and now have a spot in the Champions League. So we're gonna start off today. I know we rotated our team today, so we had Kingsley back in goal again, considering he didn't go last time we played Villa, and that cost us the FA Cup because of his mistakes. I thought, man, is he going to make any silly mistakes again? But he didn't make any mistakes this time, and I think he probably was our blessed player today, as well as no one else. I think this backline was basically the same backline against Palace. We didn't have Kulusevski because he got injured. He's out for a season, so we didn't have that much creativity. So we brought in Moore to take over the spot, and the front line was basically in the midfield was same. I think we had Star in the midfield as well. So we can start. Starting off, both teams played well first half. I think Villa got some good chances to score, such as Watkins, Rogers, maybe Asensio, but Kinski. Our defense was able to, held our composure and make sure the goals would go in. And on the other end, Son, ever since he came back from his injury, and I think he had a nice shot on goal where he was out to cross it, but I think Martinez saved it. So that was a good save from Martinez. And I think we just went back to not attacking after that. I know we considering we had a B team out there. We just stopped attacking for no reason, and I don't know why, but it is a disgrace. Then Villa had some good chances in the first half, aside from those early chances. But we held our composure. Our defense held our composure for the first time in a while since I've ever seen this type of defense play. And nothing, I guess we didn't concede in the first half, which is good. But in the second half, things really started to go down the drain. I think once Star came off and Basuma came on, I think during that corner, before the corner was given, there's another chance for Villa to go. I think Kinski made another save. But then after the corner, we just stopped marking our players, the Villa opponent's players, and Davis had a bad judgment. He went to try to foul the ball, but instead it went straight to Watkins' head, and then Watkins headed it. And no one was marking Consus, and then just went off his foot and went straight into goal. So we were 1-0 down before then, and then it's just like a switch had just flipped into Villa. They started attacking us, started getting over us, started pressing us, just like how Palace were. Once the goal came, just once they scored, our composure just fell apart. And after the hour mark, Watkins had a chance to score. But like again, Kinski did save it. And then the second goal, I don't know what happened to that midfield and defense. I think the defense was just being called out of place, and they were just doing poor challenges on Kamara. And let him score, and that was 2-0. And then Villa were just, being dominant the entire second half. To taking chances to score, but Kingsley kept it respectable, even though we lost by 2 goals. Man, as soon as the first goal went in, we always fall apart, and that's the thing I really don't like about my team. Been calling it out this year. You just gotta stop falling apart whenever we concede a goal. It's just shameful. Other teams have done it before. They haven't fallen apart and kept in composure and turned things around. So hopefully we can show up for the big game on Wednesday. Very disappointed that we lost today. I wanted to, mathematically we're not getting to Europe. I wanted to at least distance myself from 17th with at least a decent win. Because we only have 2 games left this season, we can only get up to 44 points. Now we can only get up to 41 because we just lost against Villa. And Brighton, it's kind of a doubt. I don't think anyone's going to show up for Brighton after whatever happens in the Europa League final. So speaking of the Europa League final, Man United just lost again against Chelsea, but the way they lost was different from the way we lost. They lost 1-0, but they had some good chances to get to goal, especially when Maguire, I think, scored an offside header, but it was rolled off, and a couple other players were testing the luck of Chelsea, but eventually they fell short, and Chelsea didn't score with a defender. So Man United, then again, to be fair, they put up a stronger starting lineup against Chelsea than the way we did against Villa. So I'm a bit worried about how the Europa League final match is going to come. I know we're going to put up our stronger side this time, but I want to see if they're going to turn up on Wednesday in Bilbao against United because, like I said, United are also having a shit season. They're just above us by 1 point, but they have less losses than us, even though their goal difference is way below 0. It's even below 10, minus 10. But the last 2 seasons, I've seen them scam their way to a trophy, considering they won a Carabao Cup when Ten Hag came in, and then when United finished 8th last season, they scammed their way to an IFA Cup win, and it was well deserved. I think they know how to show up in finals. I know the big guys are going to come to show up, such as Bruno, Casemiro, and maybe even Garnacho/Højlund. But we got to show up on Wednesday. I know we don't have any creative midfielders. That's going to be like a huge loss for our team, considering they're out of injury and are as well as one of our good defensive midfielders that's going to be out. But if we show up like we did against the previous Europa League fixtures, then maybe we can end our 17-year trophy drought. Who knows? And we'll see what happens. One of us is going to scam away to a Champions League and a European Super Cup. So, as for Ange, I think the players just didn't want to play for him today. The starting lineup wasn't that bad, considering, yes, we don't want to injure our stronger players in preparation for an upcoming cup final. But, come on, the players got to start attacking. First, it's our defending that's getting caught up and being shit. But now it's our attack and midfielder. I know our midfielders are terrible anyway, but our attack just starting to get terrible. Son, he just was not doing anything after that chance, as well as Odeberg, Moore, and also Tell. I think they didn't really do that much, to be honest, at Villa Park. I'm hoping if they come off or have a chance to appear off the bench, they can do something in the final, because surely they'll want to win a cup, and especially Son too. Son has been stinking a place out ever since his return from injury, and I guess even before injury. Considering it was pretty anomalous today, and even the substitutions that we made were also didn't change the game, despite us losing by 2-0. Like, come on, man. At least try to put some fight in. We just give up already. I know we have one more game left, one more Premier League game left after the Europa League final, but at least distance ourselves from, I guess, the table. And the funny thing is, Ange will probably leave anyway. I'll probably call him out. I want him out, but funny thing is, regardless of what happens in the Europa League, Ange will probably leave anyway. And I'm hoping he takes most of the staff as well as the ownership too, because the ownership is just the only thing holding us back. Yes, I know we signed better managers in the past and have gotten better finishes like this. So even though this season mostly Ange's fault, but come on, man, just show some ambition and gain some players. And considering the season's almost done, I think there needs to be a huge clear out this summer. Not exactly huge clear out, but there needs to be some clear out some players that shouldn't be there in the first place. We're just they should be there for a long time, but they're just regressing. Just a bit disgraceful. But you know what it is. In the end, we lost 2-0 today against Villa. We have the opportunity to move up against United and maybe get above West Ham, but we squandered the opportunity. So we got to turn to Man United in the final on Wednesday in Bilbao. So it's not going to be an easy task. I know we've we beat them 3 times already this season. 2 times in the league and 1 in a actual cup competition. But this is going to be a final competition, not a semifinal or quarterfinal. A final where if you win, you get the trophy and you get a European qualification spot. If you don't win, then considering where we are in the league, we're not getting anything. We're not qualifying for Europe or anything. So we got to turn up on Wednesday, bring the strongest players out. Let's hope no one's injured during training or any other games over the weekend, or any games that we played against Villa, and continue to show up. I think the season's already done. After we passed 15 losses already, and losing 21 games. Even if we weren't in Europe, just excluded aside, like I said, losing more than half your games is already a sacrilege offense. And Jimmy lost 21 of those games already out of the 38 we played. Unfortunately, he won't leave yet, but he probably will at the end of the season. Hopefully, we don't make it to 22, but somewhere my gut tells me that we're going to finish the season off with 11 wins, 5 draws, and 22 losses. Probably the worst Spurs team I've ever supported since 2017. I know Spurs probably in the history of the Tottenham probably had some worse moments than this, considering they were relegated in 77. But having a manager in charge, losing 21 times, and having the same tactics in is just the same definition of sanity. Just like Albert Einstein said, definition of sanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to get something out of it when you know it's not going to be working. And I think Ange's tactics are, like I said earlier in my previous videos, they're not working, and hopefully I think he will leave at the end of the season and probably go on to win probably a major honor after he wins. He could win something this second season at this club. So thankfully, we only have one more game left, and we're not going to get into any Europe competitions, regardless of if we're winning or not in the last Premier League game. So if we win the Europa League game, I don't care about the last game. But if we don't, I probably still won't care regardless. But it's going to be a dark road ahead next season. And we do need some major changes ahead. So, big up to everyone that's watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm out here. I'm going to go enjoy my walk. I'm going to go walk away from another painful loss of the season. And hopefully if we win a cup, that'll cheer me up. But it still won't, mask the losses that we have during the season. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'm out. Peace.